Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is having a great evening thus far. We want to welcome you in to Make Me Over Beauty Bar and Wellness's Fabulous Friday Women History Month edition. And of course, I've been telling you about the amazing, the incomparable Dr. DeShonda Turner. She is our guest speaker for this evening. So, with no further ado, I'm going to introduce Dr. DeShonda Turner. Come on over.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just go ahead and press play and start. Thank you, Damika, for inviting me and having me here on your Fabulous Friday. It's a great month. Right after Black History Month, we are into the National Women History Month in March, and so this is one of my favorite months because of that. I don't know. I've always been fascinated with women history, women's suffrage. Always have been. But anyways, just to give you guys just a little bit about myself and while I'm here, I'm not going to be before you long. Just a little bit of motivation and inspiration, and then we'll just move about the evening. So, as Damika said, I'm Dr. DeShonda Turner in formal settings. I am DeShonda, or D, or Sean, depending on where I am and who knows me and how you know me. But I've been here in Clarksville for some time. As a matter of fact, Damika, didn't we attend high school together?
We did. Well,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Did you attended Kenwood, right?
We started working together at Convergence.
Okay, so it's been over 20 years now, or close to 20
It
years.
has been 2 years ago.
but anyways, so I'm very familiar with the Clarksville community, and anyways, a little bit about my journey. So I actually have grown, from the time Damika and I first met. This was pre her beautician days, licensed beautician days, and pre my education, accomplished days, if you will. But in doing that, as you ladies have gone through some things in life, gone through rejection, gone through heartbreaks, gone through losses, gone through difficult times, you name it, we've all have probably gone through it, and if we haven't, keep living, you will. And so in those moments of despair, those were the moments where DeShonda was revealed to DeShonda. And what that means is that, just going about transitioning from being a teenager to being an adult, but then also just finding myself and where my place is in life. It's been a journey. So I'm also really excited about this year because this is my 40th year. Yes, I don't mind. I'm happy I'll be 40 this year. It is my exodus. I just found that out the other day. That's what 40 is about. And so basically what I've done in my journey, in my despair, in my heartbreak, in my, moments where I was disappointed, those were the moments where I really just kind of honed in on, who was DeShonda and what I really want to be, and what does that look like in this earth if I'm going to wake up every morning, and if I'm going to breathe, and if I'm going to take on the world, what does that look like? Because I refuse to live and not have some level of freedom or happiness or something. And so in doing that, I had to really build my character because I wasn't always bold, especially speaking in front of people. But God has been so gracious to me to where since I did allow myself to just kind of, get to know myself, then He really revealed me to me, and I learned my destiny. So basically, my destiny is to speak life not only into my situation and into things that I encounter directly, but into the lives of others. And so I'm not a preacher or anything, but there's a scripture that says that life and death lies on the power of your tongue. And that's one of my favorite scriptures, is because I use that every single day. So when I speak with certainty and I speak with confidence, knowing that whatever my words are, I choose life. I choose to speak positive, and I choose to be grateful, and I choose to find the sunshine even in dark moments. So in doing that, ladies, I moved forward and got all of my education up to my doctor's degree last year, beginning of last year, 2019, is when I obtained my doctoral degree. I've had a great career, started early as an HR professional, so I learned people and learned how to train people. And then also during that same time, I actually had a dual career, so I went into being a college instructor, which I still do, love it. And so these different roles, because I never really, like growing up, I didn't even know what human resources was. I thought I was going to be an attorney, even really up to the point to where I was on my way to going to law school. I was like, well, I don't know about that. Then I just kind of ran into HR. So didn't even know what that was. Never in my life saw myself teaching anyone anything. And so about 15 years later, I've been teaching for, about 15 years, 8 different schools, 50 plus different classes. And then of course worked in the executive level in human resources. But to not to bore you with my life story, my whole thing was that in corporate America, even with the successes that I had, I would still get to these moments of not feeling fulfilled and not being happy. and something would come to where it's like it's not a good fit anymore. And it would be the same cycle. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with something that you see constantly. It's like the same cycle. It's like, what am I doing seeing this again? So finally last year, I came to that cycle again. I was in a great position, executive operations, and the company treated me well for the most part. But it came to a point to where it was like something was missing. And I was like, gosh, what is this? And I held on probably longer than I did. And the reason why I say that is because I held on to the point to where I was, became attitudinal. And I wasn't happy, and people around me probably experienced that. And so I finally just said, you know what? This is it. I know that I'm supposed to be an entrepreneur. I've always known that. And I am not going to play around with this anymore. I'm just going to find a way to just do what I know I'm supposed to do. And so when I made up in my mind to do that, it was like everything that I needed, the partnerships, the motivation, the resources just come out of nowhere. And I was able to walk away from my job favorably, gave them a written 30-day notice, and to pursue my dreams as 100% full-time serial entrepreneur. And so, I don't know what your aspirations are, but the purpose of this story is that, sometimes what I found is that loyalty, because these are words that we hear and they are important, but sometimes we have to really watch these words, because we can give so much of ourselves without giving to ourselves, or having things reciprocated to us until we're draining ourselves, and then we have nothing else to give. So basically what I did, I said, I'm just going to take this step of faith. I've been talking about faith all my life. I grew up in the church. Let me really try faith for real. Okay, we say we have faith, but with actions is what makes faith works. And so it's not been easy, ladies, but let me just tell you, I've been the most happy, I've been the most free, I've been the most stress-free than I've been. And just in in me actually just coming into my own and overcoming the things that I've overcome and saying, you know what, this is my purpose. I know that this is what I'm supposed to be in this earth, so that's what I'm going to do, regardless of the challenges and what it looks like and things like that. And so, ever since I've been on the right road, it has been a blessing to others, but also to me. And so, in my journey of being a serial entrepreneur, I came up with one of my companies is a hair extension company, and I named it the Clozique, DCLAZZIQUE. And I dreamed about this name, literally. I've spent a lot of nights, like I'll pull overnighters, and my brain would just start working, and I'm like, I stay up and write and do some things. And so the Clozique came, and I was like, that's pretty dope. I like how it looks. But then I started writing what that meant to me. And basically, it came out to basically my story. It is about a lady who, we make mistakes. I've had failed relationships. I've made mistakes. I've had situations and certain things that happen in my life. So it doesn't mean that we're perfect, but it means that we have taken an opportunity that was given to us, and we've taken the opportunity to spring forward into our destiny. And in doing that, we are visionaries and we are women of purpose. And so everything I do now is all about intentional. Everything I do is all intentional. I don't care I don't know what it is, but everything I do, there's a purpose for it. If it's not a purpose, I don't do it. And so that's what the Clozique lady is. It's a lady that exudes growth and class. I like to call it the classy and the jazzy lady. So like for me, I'm Dr. Turner, but you may find me in the streets, not wild, but just having a good time and not putting myself in an invisible box to try to fit in somebody else's space. So I was talking to Tamika earlier today when she was working on my head. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Tamika. Got me camera ready.
Yeah.
And so I was encouraging Tamika, because as I mentioned earlier, I've been knowing Tamika for a long time. I've known her from the beginning of this particular journey, and